So it's not the dopest Audi out there in the world, but you damn sure can make it into something great if you want to. Yo, if you're an Audi A3 owner, you think about getting an Audi A3, listen up to this video because I'm about to tell you some valuable insight that might help your quest. First off, I gotta acknowledge the fact that this wrap I did on this car is nasty. I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, it's been on here for years, but it's nice. And the way that the Audi A3 looks, A3, S3, RS3 looks are dope. Now this is an A3, but the stock A3 doesn't usually come like this. The stock front A3 does not come like this. There's not a single A3 with this color rims that you can get from the factory, bronze Audi rim. And they don't come with the front dechromed, all blacked out looking nice with the bronze emblem there. And they don't come with nice sick ass wraps with color shifting patterns that move everywhere. But I'm sure you want to know how the vehicle itself does after years later. It's like, I think to myself, knowing what I know now about this car, would I still get it? I've had this car just over 2 years. Probably it's going on, going on 3 years pretty soon here. Yes, it is. It's kind of a high maintenance vehicle. You can't do oil changes the regular way. You can't do transmission fluid swap the regular way. It doesn't even come with a regular transmission. So first off, let me give you the rundown of what's in this vehicle. 2.0 turbocharged engine, Quattro all-wheel drive, Dsg transmission. And when I say Quattro, I mean Haldex, predominantly front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive assisted. When you have the 3 Series, even if you have the RS3, you still get Haldex. Even the Audi TT RS, Haldex. It's tuned differently. The transmission's tuned differently. ECU, a lot of stuff is tuned on it differently. But still, you only get a Haldex. So anything A4 and up gets a regular Quattro. But this one gets the Haldex. I think it's just because it's the MQB platform thing that they got going on. So they share parts with Volkswagen, Golf, the GTI, the Golf R. They share parts with this car. Audi A3, S3, RS3, all share parts. Audi TT, shares parts. It's part of the MQB platform. But the dope thing about this car, which makes it okay, it's a lightweight car, you know? So granted, it doesn't have the full blown super duper Quattro where it gets the best traction, but it's lightweight. It's super lightweight. And look at this wheelbase. It has a short wheelbase. This A3 is similar to the old A4, like the size of it. When the S4 was small and nimble and zippy and cool AF, that's what this is now. Because now the A4, the S4, RS4, it's bigger now. You know, they're making all of them bigger, which I don't understand. It's like they don't understand that enthusiasts actually like driving their cars, and I like it being small and fun and nimble. That's why I got this car. I could have had an A7. I could have had something bigger. I could have gotten another truck or something, but I wanted this. It's funny how on this side, the rims look almost black, but they're bronze or dark bronze. Check out my other videos on how to paint your rims, coming soon. I had to wait for the plane to go. But yeah, this thing being lightweight and nimble compensates so much for not having the full Quattro. Like, it's okay. I'm good with that. And this thing looks still good looking. Like, let me show you the interior. I know a lot of people already seen the A3 interior, but let me show you real quick. Don't mind the dust, but I love the simplicity of this interior. Like, this is so simple. And granted, yeah, the screen can go up and down, and the screen can look a little dated. I'll turn it on to show you. But overall, it's like complete simplicity. That's what I love about the A3. You know, it's got nice little decent seats. The space in the back seat is kind of minimal. You know, ain't much. That's why the only thing that's really back there is car seats. But other than that, an adult would have some trouble sitting in that back seat. It's not comfortable. I didn't get this car with the intention of other people sitting in the back. I got it for me, for driving, because I know it drives good. So you see that screen? A little outdated. The screen is kind of outdated, but you can adjust the brightness. I mean, and it took me a while to get used to this, you know, this whole little setup right here. If I push menu and go here, see, this looks a little outdated, a little old. There's not much going on there. But the cool thing about it, just get rid of that shit. It just takes up space and gets in your way, and all you gotta do is just focus on driving. This literally is a driver's car. Hop in the back seat behind myself. Like, I'm 6 feet tall, and this is what I would be dealing with if I got in the back actually. So this is not for people who are tall, getting this so they can tote around all their tall friends. This is for people who want to be right here, this seat. I had already mentioned that this has issues with maintenance if you don't stay up on top of the maintenance issues. This thing has service intervals that you must keep up with. Otherwise, you will be more prone to leaks, part damage, parts being worn down at an exponential rate. So my tip to you is to invest in good stuff, good products for your vehicle. I want to tell you a couple of things that has happened to this vehicle. So I was able to get this vehicle from a private dealer where he has like high-end Mercedes, BMWs. It's like he's a foreign guy, you know. So he had the whole stock surplus of nice vehicles, like stuff that we would say like, oh damn, that's nice. It's like this like regular nothing vehicle for him. So I bought the vehicle from him, reputable, you know, reputable dealership, and it had a piston failure. Man, one of the pistons had to be replaced. But I didn't have to pay for anything. The guy who did it, he insisted that it was a valve or something that needed to be replaced. Like me, I knew what it was. I was like, man, it's leaking oil the way it's consuming oil. And me, knowing what I know about cars, it sounded like it was an issue with the piston ring going out because of the way that the oil was leaking. So we went through this whole rigmarole. He fixed every single gasket on this engine before he had that piston replaced. Got the piston replaced. So I had the engine damn near rebuilt. And I didn't pay for none of that mess. He paid for it. I had another loaner vehicle while I was getting done and everything. But I digress. These vehicles are known for consuming oil, so you might want to check out whatever kind of seals you got going on there. You may run into the same kind of issue I did. Also a really common issue, the thermostat housing / water pump. That thing is leaking. So I had coolant coming up under my car and my coolant signal will go off saying, oh, so my coolant signal will go off saying I'm low on coolant. Like it kept on happening until I found out, you know, I like to watch YouTube videos on my car as well, Audi or any of the MQB vehicles, and you learn that a lot of the stuff is similar. So this one, I had to end up going ahead and getting that part replaced. Headaches and all, would I get it again? Hell yeah. This car is definitely worth it. Now let me get into some things that can help you out as far as maintenance, things to consider, things that you may want to buy to help yourself out, because keep in mind, this is a high temperature turbocharged engine. So this engine creates a lot of heat. So you need to help it adjust. So the kind of oil I use is liquid moly oil. I don't care what nobody says, I keep extra coolant and extra oil in my car. I did not get this car with the expectations that it's gonna give me the drivability of a Honda Civic or Honda Accord. This is a high performance vehicle. Keep that in mind. But this is the kind of oil I use in this car. It's called liquid moly, as you can see. 5W40 or 10W40 or 0W40 if you live somewhere cold. I live in Arizona, so it gets blistering hot. So the regular winter months is 5W40 for me, and then summer moved up to 10W40 because it's hotter. But this oil is very good. I definitely would recommend this oil to anybody who has an Audi, period. Turbocharged engine, European turbocharged Audi engine. Get you some liquid moly. The green one too, the green one. Because not to get too technical, when you first put that oil in your engine like runs smoother. Like your performance is better. I feel like you accelerate more smoothly. I feel like I notice a difference immediately. This oil helps with dissipating the heat, helps with the friction load. So it's gonna make your engine run smoother, last longer, keep it cooler. It's just gonna make it last more efficient. So definitely liquid moly. I mean, other than those little maintenance issues like that, if I want to get real nitpicky, I could get nitpicky on the Dsg transmission. Dsg standing for direct shift gearbox. To break it down, it's kind of like having a manual transmission with a dual clutch that shifts automatically. So you don't have to do any of the shifting, but you can put into stick mode. But something I've noticed when you have an automatic, you have to be intentional with what you're expecting the transmission to do, because it's kind of guessing what next gear you want to do, whether it's you want to do a downshift or an upshift. It's anticipating it, guessing upon how you're driving. So one upgrade I'm going to do to make this thing shift a lot smoother, I'm going to get a DSG tune by IE, Integrated Engineering. So look out for that, it's coming soon. I already got the little dongle for IE. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one stage 1 and the transmission tune. And sneak peek, don't tell nobody, I already got a new turbo for coming up soon, the IS38 hybrid with the bigger spool and turbine. If I said the wrong nomenclature, forgive me. Basically with bigger inner parts, move more air, more power. Already got a downpipe too. But that's an upcoming video. Think of it this way, having it all this time and I'm still talking about I already got downpipe turbos. I'm planning on getting stage this, stage that. That means this vehicle has immense potential. It's already super fun to drive. I got a big ass 3.5-inch pipe. You can get it on eBay. I'll pop the hood and show you. This is it right here. I don't even keep the engine cover on. If you're an Audi guy, you know what this is. I got the turbo muffler delete, and I got the bigger turbo inlet pipe. So that allows more air to flow through, and without that little muffler thing, there's no resistance for the air to come in as well. And it's big ass pipe. This is 3.5 inches. Keelstar. I got it from eBay for like, I don't even remember how much I bought it for, but this was probably one of my first upgrades. And it's not even nothing serious. I got this, and then this is the secondary. This one is the one that usually goes on the side of the airbox, but I connected this guy on there, so now it's got its own intake because they just share one. This makes it so you can hear that turbo like crazy. All right, just gonna go around the corner real quick and just hopefully you can hear a little bit of turbo noise. Complete side note, one of my favorite features about this car is the sunroof. Okay, it's got the big old sheet of glass, so it's nice little mini panoramic. Put it in manual mode. That's the only way to drive this car, where you're in full control and the DSG isn't making you just not have fun when you drive. I'm hoping you didn't just hear a bunch of air, wind, and cars rustling around, because it sounds great. So I can just imagine what it's gonna be like after I get the tune. One thing I like about this car is how straight it drives. I could literally drive this car with no hands going straight, and it'll maintain that straightness no problem at all. Like I could drive on the freeway with no hands and it just handles it no problem at all. And the handling is like I'm really light and nimble, and you just zip through traffic no problem. All right, so given the tiny little drawbacks of this car, you know, being high maintenance, you might come across an issue or two sometimes, but given what you get, dual clutch transmission, quick shifts, Quattro, being supplemented all-wheel drive, lightweight chassis with interchangeable charts, and a super crazy aftermarket culture, and plenty of online videos for you to get little how-to and little thoughts and ideas, and plenty of place for you to upgrade and modify your vehicle, I would definitely say yes. This is a definite do again. Definitely get your money's worth. Just take care of it, because remember, it's like your baby. This is Slay Edge Media. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like. This is Slay Edge Media, and I do custom cars. So go ahead and give me a subscribe. I'll check you on the next one. Peace. So it's not the dopest Audi out there in the world, but you damn sure can make it into something great if you want to.